What if I told you your car could hit 500,000 miles and still run like new? Sounds impossible, right? But here's the truth. It's not about luck, it's about habit. The difference between a car that dies at 150,000 miles and one that lasts 500,000 often comes down to what the owner does, or doesn't do. Think about it. Would you trust a heart surgeon who skips checkups on their own health? Probably not. So why trust your car to survive without the same kind of preventative care? In today's video, we're diving into 7 crucial habits that can help your car defy the odds. No crazy mods, no snake oil additives, just solid, smart maintenance. And we're starting with one that goes against the manufacturer's advice. Let's jump in. Habit number 1, don't blindly follow the manufacturer's oil change intervals. Here's a question. Who do you think benefits from longer oil change intervals? You or the people who want to sell you a new car? That 10,000 mile oil change that your owner's manual recommends sounds convenient, less hassle, fewer trips to the shop, but here's what most people don't know. It's often a marketing move, not a mechanical one. Manufacturers want their cars to look affordable to maintain, especially during the warranty period. But once that warranty ends, guess who's footing the bill for sludge buildup, worn out seals, or premature engine failure? Yeah, you are. That's why high mileage veterans, drivers with 300k, 400k plus, even 500,000 mile engines almost universally agree. Change your oil every 5,000 miles or 6 months, whichever one comes first, especially if you sit in heavy traffic often, live in a hot or dusty climate, or tow or carry around heavy loads. Still not convinced? A full synthetic oil change costs you around $60, but an engine replacement, a minimum $4,000 and often more. Now, tell me which one is more expensive. Please, don't treat your car like a short-term rental, treat it like something that you want to keep around, and oil is the lifeblood. Stick to short intervals, and your engine will thank you. Habit number 2, change your transmission fluid before it's too late. When was the last time you changed your transmission fluid? If your answer is, never, don't worry, you're not alone. Most drivers don't really think about it until the transmission starts slipping, but here's the kicker. By the time you feel symptoms, the damage is already done. Modern transmission fluid is sneaky. It stays red and clear looking long after it's full of metal shavings, varnish buildup, and microscopic clutch material. It's like sandpaper circulating through your gears. The only problem is you can't see it. The fix? Drain and refill your transmission fluid every 60,000 miles or 6 years. For hybrids, you've got a little more wiggle room, maybe up to 90,000 miles, but I wouldn't gamble on it. And whatever you do, never flush a neglected transmission. That might stir up debris and actually accelerate failure. If your transmission has been regularly maintained, don't worry, you're in the clear. But if not, stick to a gentle drain and fill. Also, always use OEM fluid. If you drive a Toyota, use Toyota WS. A Honda, stick with Honda ATF DW1. Don't cheap out. Transmission replacements start at $3,000 and they go up fast. You want 500,000 miles? Start treating your transmission like it's part of the team, because without it, you're not going anywhere. Habit number 3, flush your coolant every 5 years or 50,000 miles. Quick question, do you know what color your coolant is right now? If you said green, pink, orange, or just I have no clue, you are overdue for a check. Coolant isn't forever. In fact, most coolants start to go acidic after just 5 years. That acidity turns your cooling system into a ticking time bomb. Rusted water pumps, clogged heater cores, worn seals, and worst of all, potential for head gasket failure. Ever seen white smoke from your tailpipe? Noticed a small misfire that maybe you can't explain, or coolant just mysteriously disappearing with no puddle under the car? Yeah, that's not a coincidence. That is your engine quietly screaming, "Your old coolant is eating me alive!" The solution though is simple. Flush your coolant every 5 years or 50,000 miles. Don't wait for 100,000 miles. Don't listen to the lifetime label. That's not maintenance, that's marketing. Coolant is cheap, engines are not. If you want your ride to make it to 500,000 miles, don't let old fluid take it out early. Habit number 4, replace the timing belt before it breaks. Now, let's be honest. When was the last time you even thought about your timing belt? If you're like most drivers, the answer is never, until it snaps. And when it does, you're not just calling a tow truck, you're likely looking at around $2,000 to $5,000 engine rebuilds. Here's why. The timing belt isn't some optional accessory. It's what keeps your pistons and valves moving in perfect harmony. If it breaks while you're driving, pistons slam into valves at high speed, and that is game over. So, when should you replace it? Every 60,000 to 100,000 miles, or every 7 to 10 years, even if the mileage is low. Yes, even garage queens can have a timing belt failure. Why? Rubber degrades over time. Heat, oil vapors, and age all wear it down silently. Some cars can give you hints, maybe a ticking sound or oil leaks near the belt cover, but most belts, they just snap. No warning. Pro tip: when you do replace the timing belt, get the water pump, tensioner, and pulleys done as well. They're all in the same area and labor is already covered. Do it once, do it right, and sleep easy knowing that your engine won't grenade itself unexpectedly. Habit number 5. Keep spark plugs fresh. Now, you probably already know that spark plugs ignite the fuel-air mix in your engine, but did you know that worn plugs can tank your fuel economy by 30%? That's like paying $4 a gallon and only getting $2.80 worth of driving out of it. Not ideal. Most modern cars call for new plugs every 60,000 to 100,000 miles, depending on whether they use copper, platinum, or iridium. But it's not just about following the schedule, it's about listening to the signs. Rough idle, sluggish starts, weak acceleration, check engine light, especially with codes for misfires, even the smell of raw gas from the exhaust. Here's the kicker: pull a spark plug and take a look. Oily tip, bad valve cover gasket or worn piston rings. Coolant on the plug, possibly a head gasket leak. Ashy or white deposits, you might be running lean or burning oil. The spark plugs are like little messengers from inside your engine. Replace them before they wear out, and they'll help your engine stay strong and efficient. A bonus tip: when doing spark plugs, inspect the ignition coils as well. A misfiring coil can cause the same symptoms and even damage your catalytic converter if ignored. Keep the combustion clean, and your engine will reward you with power, smoothness, and longevity. Habit number 6. Replace your fuel filter before it becomes a $1,000 problem. Ever tried drinking a smoothie through a clogged straw? That's what your engine deals with when you neglect your fuel filter. And the longer you wait, the harder your fuel pump works, until it eventually burns out. Here's the deal. Over time, tiny bits of rust, dirt, and debris from your gas tank collect in the filter. If you don't swap it out, it turns into a bottleneck, starving your engine or fuel and overloading your pump. Depending on your car, the filter may be inline and replaceable or built into the fuel tank, which is costlier and harder to access. But for older cars, replace it every 30,000 to 60,000 miles. For newer ones, you might get away with 100,000 miles, but don't wait until the engine starts sputtering or stalling. Here's a pro tip: always relieve fuel pressure first. Just pull the fuel pump fuse and crank the engine until it dies. It takes 60 seconds and avoids a gas geyser in your garage. The bottom line: a $40 filter saves you from a $1,000 pump replacement. Easy choice. Habit number 7. Flush brake fluid every 2 to 3 years. Here's something that most people skip out on until it's too late: brake fluid. And yet, this silent safety system can literally save your life. Here's what you need to know. Brake fluid is hygroscopic. It absorbs moisture over time. After 3 to 5 years, that moisture reduces its boiling point drastically. Now, imagine driving in traffic or down a steep mountain when your brakes heat up. Suddenly, the fluid boils, vapor forms in the lines, and your pedal goes soft. Or vanishes completely. That there is not just an inconvenience, that is a crash waiting to happen. Now, to avoid this, just test it every year with a cheap $20 brake fluid tester. Flush it every 2 to 3 years regardless of mileage. A flush typically costs under $100 at a shop, or you can DIY it with a friend in a catch bottle. Either way, it's far cheaper than bodywork or injury. Now, let's be honest, most people treat cars like disposable appliances. Drive it, ignore the warning signs, then wonder why it falls apart at 150,000 miles. But you know better. If you follow these habits, you're not just extending your car's lifespan, you're saving thousands of dollars in repair bills, breakdowns, and downtime. You're turning your car into a reliable long-term companion, not a money pit. So the next time someone says, "Cars just don't last like they used to," you can smile, check your logbook, and prove them wrong. Mile after mile. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more practical, no-nonsense car care tips. Let us know it down in the comments. What's your go-to habit that's kept your car running strong? We'll see you in the next one, and until then, drive smart and maintain smarter.